What's going on, everybody? This is your boy Charlie B, and welcome back to another episode of Speaking the Truth TV. How's all my truth speakers doing out there? Let's go and get into it. So, today I wanted to get on and talk about depression, you know, people's feelings, things like that, because today in this world, a lot of us don't feel heard. We don't feel respected and we just seem and we feel like people look over us a lot. So let's go and get into it, man. So this week has been kind of a up and down week, roller coaster, trying to figure out content for you guys. But I feel like this was something that was a lot easier for me to talk about because it's something that I've been through and I still deal with. And it's things that, you guys out there, my truth speakers, y'all might go through this. So I lost myself at a young age. What do I mean by that? Well, I was in a relationship with a woman, and I was young when it first happened, head over heels, thought everything was going perfect. And then out of the blue, we break up. So not really looking into it in a deeper window, I guess I can say I grieved a little bit, as most people would say, to get over their relationship. But as the years went on, I was trying to figure out like this is not who I used to be. Like I'm not the same person that I was before I met this person. So as years go on, I have my days where I feel I just feel down. I feel out. I see so many people dealing with this type of disease because that's exactly what it is. It's something that takes over your mind and it gets you in these situations and feelings and points in life to where sometimes you just don't want to keep moving on. But I'm here to tell you guys, I'm here to tell you, I'm doing a lot better. I'm doing a whole lot better. And the way that it worked for me, because I can't speak for everybody else because we're all different. But for me, I had to really go back and analyze and see what is it? Where did you change? Why did you change? Why are you feeling the way that you're feeling these past few years? What's really taking you through that point? And my point was I didn't realize this until about a few weeks ago, excuse me. But the breakup really changed me. And it changed me and it put me in a dark place, in a very deep place. And not a space that I would want to go again. Let me reframe that. It's not a space that I will ever get to again. It's gonna be days where I feel sad. I'm gonna feel this way, that way, but it's up to us as human beings. This is the reason why I started this podcast to be able to reach out and talk to people and see, hey, I mean, what's up, John? Have you ever been through such and such, such and such? Well, how did that make you feel? What did you do to get over that part in your life? And are you still dealing with it now? I'm not the I'm not the most smartest person as they want to call it with the high IQ, but I do know one thing. In today's society, if you don't have anyone to talk to, if you don't have an outlet, if you don't have a way to express yourself, you can lose yourself very, very easily. And it's hard when you've lost yourself to try to find yourself all over again. because you want to mimic this person that you were, that you remember throughout the years. You might have been this happy-go-lucky person. You might have been, just a talkative person, a person that likes to go out to the movies or like to do little dress up or tutorials or whatever. All of a sudden, it all stops. Relationships reflect into depression as well, because you can be in a relationship with somebody and feel like you're giving it your all, but then things turn for the worse, and boom, now you're asking yourself, what did I do wrong? How could I have done this different to make this situation better? And in reality, we may not always find those answers to all of those questions, but it really starts with us. And I'm here and I'm telling you guys that I'm feeling more comfortable talking to you guys. I don't feel that I have to hold anything back or I have to pretend to be somebody that I'm not, because that's that's not the way that we were made. We were made to have our own style, our own sense of humor, our own fashion, our own everything. So it's nothing wrong with being different. Never let a person make you feel that you're not the same as they are, because your interests and the things that you like to do are different from what they like to do. That's what makes us human beings, people. That's what makes us human beings, is the right to think and feel on our own. You look at a lot of things out here in the world, and everybody wants to keep up with the Joneses, but keeping up with the Joneses can put you in a depression state. Why is that? Because Jackie might not feel that you're on the same level as her, but at the same time, your ideas might be better than hers. People like to stomp your feelings to try to make you feel bad about yourself, when in reality, it's them. They the ones that feel bad. They're doing all of this hateful stuff to keep you down. But I'm telling you, my friends, every day gets easier. Every day gets easier. Tell it to yourself every day. I'm a amount to something. I mean something to someone. I'm someone's daughter. I'm someone's son. I'm someone's husband. I'm someone's wife. Take pride in who you are, because if you don't, this world that we live in, it will destroy us. And I mean, it's already bad enough that, you have to deal with the different LGBTQ, and I don't know if I'm saying that right, so don't quote me on that. But it's nothing wrong with those people. But, excuse me, there's nothing wrong with them. But at the same time, a lot of people don't understand them. They make them feel like they're this small in a world this big. But what makes you different from me? Your beliefs, your truths. I'm not so different, because if you cut me and I cut you, we both bleed the same color. So, what I'm trying to say to you guys is, don't let nobody ever put you in that state to where you feel like you're not enough, where you feel like your best is not good enough, because in actuality, maybe you're surrounding yourself with the wrong people. Put yourself in a situation, in a group where there's nothing but positivity coming out of it, and see, won't that change the way that you think about life, the way that you feel about life? Just think about it in that perspective, to know that you can be all that you can be, and nobody could ever stop you. Yeah, people tell you there's limits to this, there's limits to that. Don't let them. Don't let them. Because at that moment, they're trying to control you. They're trying to put you in this box. They're trying to take away your feelings, your emotions, the way that you think, the way that you feel. You don't want to go and talk to this person because you feel like they're going to tell you, hey, what are you talking about, man? I don't think that information is useful. I don't even want to hear your opinion. And then that messes with us because if I have nobody to come to when I'm having hard times, ideal times, and even want to be fun times, what do you have? When you feel like your back is against the wall, it takes you down a rabbit hole. But my people, my folks, my true speakers, I'm telling you, anything is possible. Just look at what I'm doing. Just look at what I'm doing. I'm not a camera person. I'm not a talkative person. But this is what helps me with my depression. Because no matter who has a bad opinion on it or who hasn't been through it, I got it out. I was able to get it off my chest and I feel so much better. Having that friend that you can go and talk to, tell somebody that you love them, check up on somebody because you never know what a person is going through. You never know what a person is going through. So don't just assume that they good. They not expressing this. They not expressing that. No, ask them. Do you know how much farther that would take their day if they felt and they knew that they had somebody that cared about them as much as you cared about them? Think about that. Just think about that for one moment. For all those people out there that give their last to anybody, that will take their shirt off their back, give them the last piece of meat out of the freezer just to make sure they eat, but they don't do the same for you. You helping the situation. You not you helping it, and when I say helping it, you're pushing me farther down in the hole. You're helping the depression take over because as much as I'm trying to do for you and this person and that person, I feel no one cares because nobody is doing the same for me as I'm doing for them. Hey, another thing, you can't worry about that. Friends, family, sometimes you just have to distance yourself and put yourself in a positive situation. Positive. I know a lot of people that are not my blood, but at the same time, we like this. And why are we like that? Because they do more than what my own blood would do. They will be there more than my own would be there. So that's what makes the connection unique. But folks, I'm really here to tell you, it gets better. Just take it one day, just one day at a time. It doesn't have to be this big, gigantic leap. Baby steps, baby steps. And I promise you, it's hard. Yeah, it's hard to try to keep your mind out of that cycle when you've been doing it for so long. But you have to take the time and build yourself up. You have to take the time to take care of you mentally. Because if you don't, who will? Regardless if it's a spa day, it's a sip and paint session, it's or a session where you just want to sit down at home, no TV, light you some candles, get you a good book, and just find me time. Get your mind out of that function, out of that style that things are always going to be bad, because things are not always going to be bad. It's all about what you make of it. It's all about what you make of it. So, with that, I'm going to conclude this episode. I love y'all. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube, Speaking the Truth TV. You can find me on Spotify, Google Podcasts. You can find me, a little bit of everywhere. Instagram, TikTok, Speaking the Truth TV, man. Go on, subscribe, hit that like button. I want to know your honest opinions. I want to get some feedback from you guys, because you are the ones that I'm doing this for. I'm doing it for me, but I'm doing it for you too, because I was once that person that felt like I didn't have a voice and nobody cared. So I'm stepping out of that spot, and I'm telling you that you got a voice. Somebody loves you. And if nobody told you, I love you. We out.